Yes, beautiful souls, beautiful empaths. Who is out there? Who is on board? Who is online? Guys, there's the most unscripted. Um, I'm in a very good mood today. I'm just about to get my walk. I'm just about to go outside, but I just wanted to send out a really beautiful message to all the lovely dads out there. But before I do that, I always like starting with appreciating. I like starting my subjects, my topics with gratitude. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all my followers. I'm grateful for you all. I love you all. Keep on liking me. Keep on supporting Denzamos. Just a quick message I want to send out today to all the beautiful, lovely dads out there in the world. Guys, I'm a dad myself, and I know what it means to be a father. So it wouldn't go without notice today that it's a very special day for us. We do our best, we do our best to keep our families. We do our best to keep our kids, our families standing in good shape. We always do our best to make sure they have the best education. We always make sure they have food on their plates. Guys, it's not an easy job. Being a dad is not easy. Well, I know most of you are going to say that yes, also being a mom is not an easy job, but either way, the dads, the fathers, guys, the fathers out there in the world, all around the world, you're all blessed. And growing up in a big family, I grew up in a big family, so at a young age, I didn't really take notice how hard it was, for my dad. You know what I mean? A very special man. How hard it was for him to keep us on our feet, to make sure that we have all eaten well, we have all woken up well, we have all eaten well. To make sure that we were all sent to school to have the best of our education. It wasn't always easy. It wasn't always easy. But as a kid, I wouldn't understand all those dynamics. You know what I mean? But as I kept on growing up, and as I've grown up, a big man now, I've come to realize that fathers as well play a very important role in the family. You know what I mean? They play a very important role to the welfare of the kids, of their children. We always struggle hard. We always want the best for our little kids and for our families. We hustle day and night. You know what I mean? I know many dads. There are many dads. Sometimes as you go to bed, there are many dads somewhere out there. Working all their night through. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that their families keep standing and keep going. Keep moving. This like the dads. They are like the foundations. Most of the time, they can be like the foundations of the home. Of course, not all homes. There are some homes which are just single mothers, or there are some homes whereby the women are the ones doing all the work. But in either way, in one way or the other, it has always been a privilege to have fathers in the home. To provide that sense of a father figure in the house. You know what I mean? A house where there's a dad is always a house, a blessed house indeed. You know what I mean? It's always a blessed house indeed, because without a dad in the house, sometimes things will go wrong with the kids. Sometimes the mothers who are growing kids, and by themselves, single mothers out there, it's really hard when there's no man in the house. But usually homes with a man, they're homes which they don't just look like, they are actually like complete homes. They are homes which are all in one, unified homes, if I can call it like that. So they're unified homes, and kids grow up in harmony because there's always a father figure in the house. So the fathers, they're like the foundation of the house. They're the foundation. You know what I mean? We kind of make that, we put that foot on the ground, and we make a foundation, and we make a promise to ourselves to protect our kids and our wives and each and everyone living in the house, regardless of what. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of sacrifice fathers do. There's a lot of sacrifice we do Excuse me, guys. So we sacrifice everything. We sacrifice our freedoms. We sacrifice our privileges. Sometimes we have even to sacrifice our friends just to make sure that we stand out for our families, and we stand out for them and make our commitment, the commitment to ourselves to protect each and every member of our households. So I mean, it's not an easy job. You know what I mean? Being a father is not an easy job as well, because some of the times women we don't like to speak. We don't tend to speak about those deep inner things that we're worried about, because we also sometimes can get our own worries and insecurities and all those kind of things, but we tend to ignore all those things and we tend not to talk about them, because we tend to like and to strive to stand out for the families, for our kids, for our wives. So we do all sorts of things regardless of what they look like, as long as we're providing for the families. We're providing food, we're providing education, we're providing support, we're providing each and every need the members of the household have. Sometimes as a kid you can never know what women go through. Those kids, at a young age, you cannot really tell what their dads always go through to make sure that they survive, or to make sure that they keep living, at least a comfortable. It doesn't always have to be comfortable, because each and every household, they have got their own situation, different situation and circumstances going on. But I mean, all I'm saying is that it's not easy to be a father, but as fathers and as responsible fathers, we have always been able to stand on our feet and be there for our families, and to support them, to love them unconditionally, to be there for them in each and every way. So a very big shout out to all the dads around the world, all the fathers around the world. Your work doesn't go unnoticed. And whichever effort you put into the family, just to make sure that they are safe, alive, safe and sound, it doesn't go unnoticed. So either way, congratulations, all the dads out there. Congratulations. I know it's not easy. I'm a dad myself. So all you have to know is that regardless of what the world looks like out there, regardless of the situation, it does not matter whether it's raining, it does not matter what the weather looks like, or how difficult the conditions at work look like. I've worked with so many people in my company before. When I was working in the company, I worked with so many people, and we used to talk about parenthood. And you would see those guys really struggling. They would really be struggling. Sometimes even some of them would come in with all sorts of illnesses. Sometimes they would come in with illnesses. They are feeling sick. They are feeling unhealthy, but they would still come to make it work, just to make sure that their families get a bed, a home to sleep, a bed to sleep, a meal. You know what I mean? Education. So guys, it's not really easy. And that's why I just made this Sunday. It's a Sunday special, just to congratulate all the fathers around the world who are doing a great job, who are standing up for their families, and who are keeping on doing and carrying out their obligations to make sure that they never let down, for whichever way, they do not let down their families. You know what I mean? So being a father is a job on its own, and I salute you all, guys. If you're a father out there, you just know that you're appreciated. Some of those kids will not be able to tell you how they appreciate you, because at a young age they cannot have that capability to express themselves. But either way or the other, they appreciate you from the inside of their hearts. You know what I mean? So it's a really good job you're doing, guys. Keep it up. And all the dads out there, I don't know who's watching now, but I know there are some dads who don't want to take up responsibility for their kids and for their families. But all you need to understand is that even you yourself, for example, if you're that kind of guy who doesn't like to provide for his family, who doesn't have that feeling of being supportive of their families, you have to think when you were young as well. If you had been abandoned by your parents, by your dads or your moms or whatever, if you were abandoned at a young age, you also wouldn't be able to come up and grow up and achieve whatever you've been achieved if you had been abandoned when you were at an early age, at an early stages of time. So all the dads out there, I encourage you to take up your responsibilities. Be strong for your families, because you are the only foundations in the homes that those kids are actually looking at. So they're looking at you and they're watching you. Each and every move you make, they're watching you, and they're just counting all and putting all their faith in you. So you cannot let down your families, you know what I mean? So the dads out there who, go around and abandon their kids and their families, I encourage you to step up the game, be the man you came here to be, and stand up for your family and provide. Keep on supporting them emotionally, physically, financially. Sometimes it doesn't mean that you have to be rich. You don't have to be rich to be there for your family. You don't have to be able to be a millionaire. You do not have to have a lot of money in the bank for you to be able to support and to be loving for your family. So you can always do the small things you can do in whatever category you are, whichever job you're doing, whatever you're doing, as long as you know that it's for the good and it's for the benefit of your family. You can always stand up for that and be there for them. So guys, I'm leaving, I'm going outside, but just a short message, and I just wanted to bless all the fathers out there in whatever you're doing. Keep doing it, and God bless you as you do that. And guys, that being said, there's the most unscripted. Love you all, guys, and bless.